Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Once we have decided that this world is an illusion and the substratum supporting this illusion of the world is real and that reality is not other than the self, then such a person is able to experience something totally different. His perception, his standpoint will change. All the spiritual practice is changing our standpoint. There are different standpoints in life. Through an example, it will become clear. First standpoint, wave versus wave. So there will be competition, jealousy, achievement, failure, etc. Second standpoint is wave versus the ocean. The wave will never have competition, jealousy with the ocean. Then what will be that? It will be submission and belonging to the ocean. The third standpoint is the ocean and the waves. The ocean will have no reason to say that I don't like tsunami, I like only the ripples. No. And the last standpoint is the water looking at these things. Starting from the wave to wave and reaching to the water level is called as the spiritual journey. This is what we have been trying to do. When we are lost in this world, world is real and start suffering, so we started from there. And then this reality is slowly discovered as one's essential nature as Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthita Mahadeepa Prabha Bhaswaram. Now we are no more interested in the many beams of knowledge coming out. But that one which is expressing as knowledge, when we reach to that point, then we come to know that the experience the world, the experiencer of the world, and the experiencer, all three of them are illumined by one reality, and that is our essential nature. So what is the spiritual journey? Starting from the many and dissolving in the one. There are two types of ones. One type of one is the one which can be divided by 2 and multiplied by 2. The another kind of one is the one which cannot be divided by 2 or multiplied by 2. The first one is the finite one. The second one is the infinite one. You cannot multiply infinite multiplied by 2 is equal to 2 infinities. No. That which cannot be improved upon, that is the ultimate one. So all the spiritual journey is starting from the multiplicity and slowly merging into the one. And this is what we do every day. When we go to sleep, exactly what we do. We start from the many, slowly start collecting ourselves. We are now distributed, shattered into multiplicity. So when we sleep, we slowly start collecting ourselves, sabaki, mamata, tagavatori, all the attachment, everything is slowly withdrawn, and ultimately we come to a point. I want sleep. This is the Mahamantra. I want sleep. I want sleep. Till this mantra is going on, sleep has not started. And when the I and the want, both of them disappear, the Saptaswara Sangeet begins. This is what we do every day. And when we come back to the one, in that the one, there is no other. And when there is no other, there is no tiredness, there is no jealousy, there is no achievement, there is no failure. And therefore, when we sleep for 5, 6, 8 hours, and after we wake up from the sleep, do we say, come on man, I was sleeping for 8 hours, I am damn tired? No. What is that which regenerates, recharges our whole energy? Is merging in the infinite. Upanishad says, Ahar Ahar Brahma Gamayati. Every time we sleep, we go and touch the reality and get charged. And again come back in this world to discharge. And again go back. Like our mobile phones. See friends, therefore, this truth has to be recognized as one's essential self. Instead of recognizing this reality as ourselves, what the fools do. Now this is said in the 5th mantra. Deham pranam apindriyanyapi chalam buddhim cha shunyam viduhu strimalanda jadopamastvahamiti bhranta vrusham vadinaha Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpitamaha Vyamoha Samharine Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshina Murtaye. Stri, woman, Bala, baby, Andha, blind, Jada, dull-witted. These are the 4 examples given. I am translating what Bhagwan Shankaracharya said. I have nothing to say. In Ramcharitmanas, there is one chaupai comes. Dhol, Gawar, Shudra, Pashu, Nari, सबही ताड़न के अधिकारी. See, now what these people do? Stri, Bala, Andha, Jada. What they do? Bhranta, Bhrujam Vadinaha. They are deluded fools. And what is the sign of a deluded fool? They keep on arguing. On anything they start argument. Therefore, whenever anybody talks to me on any issue, I have got 2 conditions to begin with. No discussion and no argument. If argument and discussions begin, then we end up into these 4 categories. So what they say, Deham, Atmanam Viduhu. Some of them say that I am the body and the whole life is lived as the body. Second, Pranam. The second they think that I am the Prana. So the whole life is spent on what should be the calorie and cholesterol composition of the food. Nothing beyond that. All the time thinking about eating. When taking the breakfast, lunch ko kya ban raha hai? Hare Rama, you eat this first. Who knows you are going to be alive or dead by then? While taking lunch, start thinking about evening, high tea. Hi karte raho. High tea. Evening tea we are taking, that time dinner. What is the dinner? The whole life is spent only in eating. Thus people, when they die and go to the Lord will ask, come on, you have come from South Africa? Yes, come. What did you do when you were sent as a human being? the South African says. Note down. Bhagwan takes out the paper and goes. 10. I have eaten 10 trucks of rice because I am a South Indian. Then I have eaten 25 truckloads of vegetables because I am a vegetarian. Then I have consumed 30 tankers of milk because I like the milk very much. Come on, what did he produce? Homogeneous garbage. Whole life is spent only eating. It's true, it is required, but that cannot be the only issue of life. See, friends. So whether we are eating to live or living to eat. So, deham, pranam, all the time thinking about longevity. If you take this good food, your life will become long. What will you do? If you want to curse somebody, on one truck, on the backside of a truck in India. India is a country of divine people. Therefore, everywhere there is divinity. On the backside of the truck it was written, may you live long and may your grandchildren torture you. What will you do by living long? It cannot be a blessing, it is a curse. Finish your life and get out of this wretched world. See, friends. But they are all the time thinking, busy only about longevity. See, in one of the places in India, in one medical college, they invited me to inaugurate one new department they were launching. And I don't know anything in medicine, except when they give me, I take it sincerely. So, it was a geriatrics department. I don't know what is a geriatrics, funny kind of name. But anyway, I can pretend that I am wise, so I went and sat. It is better that people think you are dumb when you keep your mouth shut than to confirm by opening your mouth. So I kept myself mum and said. And then all the doctors started presenting their articles, lectures, PowerPoint and slideshow. One American doctor was invited for that department inauguration. So I was sitting there as a Babaji, what else can I do? And a big crowd, about 2,000 people. And then he started showing the slideshow. This is my house. So I thought geriatrics means a building department. Because first slide was house. Then the second slide was, this is my dog. Oh, geriatrics means also the dog department. Then third slide, this is my wife. So in the sequence of importance, they were presented. And after all that was over, then slowly I came to know this geriatrics department is a department of the oldies. And all of them were emphasizing how life can be lengthened, how we can live a long life. And afterwards, when everybody was tired, then they said, Swami, now you inaugurate. I said, I had to simply cut the ribbon or say something. No, you say something. I said, yes, I will definitely say. I said, today the medical problems of this world are created by all the doctors. Why don't you allow the people to die? Why you keep them hanging in all the tubes here and there? People go in coma. Let them die. You want long life. What will you do with long life? Therefore, some are wasting their life only maintaining the body, figure. Some people are interested only in the longevity. Then Indriyani, the third type of people. They are all the time worried about their sense faculties. Once in Sikkim, Sikkim is one hilly state of India. And I have a friend, he was 70 years of age. Naturally, his mother cannot be young. So he told me, Swamiji, will you please come and see my mom? I said, yes, definitely. I went to his house. We drove first and parked the car. Then we had to climb that hillock on steps, about 200 steps. I went up there. Then I thought, imagining in my mind, this old lady must be on the bed, and complaining. When I went there, in that compound, there was one lady. She said, so you are the Swami my son sent you, is it not? Such a strong voice, healthy lady, no glasses, nothing. I said, yes. You are Amma? Yes, yes, I am his mother. Now you tell me. She started taking my interview. You tell me. How many years I had to live? I tried everything. I drink, I smoke, I eat non-vegetarian, I eat tobacco, I eat pan, and yet I am not dying. I am 106 years of age. I have disposed of my grandchildren, but I am not dying. How long should I live? I am fed up. Now tell me, friends, only life, long life cannot be the goal of life. Rather than living for a longer period of time, add life to every moment of your life. Like Ishavasya says, Kurvanne veha karmani jijivishe shatakam sama. That doesn't mean you live for 100 years. It means live every moment 100%. Don't live half-heartedly. Take food. I don't feel like taking food, but anyway you are telling I will dabao. Enjoy. See, friends. Therefore, some of them are lost only in the different faculties. And although I am, old physically, but mentally I am still young. That is the problem. Then, Chalam Buddhim, the next one. The mind or the intellect is constantly unstable, moving. If you observe our own life, our liking, disliking have changed. What we used to like as the children, now it has changed. Our priorities have changed. Our values have changed. Everything is constantly changing. And imagining that mind, that intellect I am, there cannot be more foolishness than this. And then, Shunyam cha viduhu. Shunyam means there is nothing. See? This is a nihilist thought from the Buddhist philosophy. In the Buddhist philosophy, they don't accept the Ishvara, the God. They say everything is only the mind. If the mind is concluded, nothing is. If the mind opens, therefore, everything is the mind. And therefore, when the mind is quiet, there is nothing. So that nothing is the reality. So out of nothing, nothing can come out. Therefore, these are the people who are bhranta, deluded, Vrisham, tremendously deluded. Because vadinaha, they keep on arguing. One of the most important thing in life is not to argue with anybody on any issues. Very, very important. Don't argue. The best way to disagree with anybody is to agree immediately. He will forget what he was discussing because you already agreed. Don't get into any argument. Narad Bhakti Sutra says, Vado na avalambhya. Never take refuge in argumentation. Because no arguments can be conclusive. You give one argument, other will come, third will come, and you will waste your time, energy, and the most important, peace of mind. When you argue with your friend, there will be two possibilities. Either we win the argument or we lose the argument. If we lose the argument, we lose the argument. But if we win the argument, we lose the friend. Now what is worth? Losing argument is worth or losing a friend is worth? Under any condition, never take refuge in arguments. This is one of the most important spiritual practice. Like once I went to some place, in somebody's house, there was one calendar on which there was a picture of one Jain Amma, very sweet looking, very nice face, old one. So I said to my friend, I said, hey, this Amma is so sweet. Swami, she is here only in this town. I said, let us go and take darshan. So I went there. When I went to meet her, she was having some kind of group sitting with her. So she stopped that. She said, okay, we'll stop here. Now he has come, let us have Swamiji, Shastrartha, discussion on the scriptures. So I told her, I said, Mama, discussions are held between two wise people. You are wise and I am otherwise. So there is no possibility. And I have nothing to discuss in this world. I have come just to do namaskar to you and go. Oh, then what is the fun if we are not discussing or anything? See, friends, arguments and discussions is the eczema of intellect. When there is eczema, how we going to? The blood starts coming, others start feeling disgusted, but we are enjoying. This intellectual eczema is argumentation. Never get lost in any argument with anybody in the world. Because our peace of mind is valuable than anything in this world. Therefore, who are these people who get lost into this kind of argument that body is real, prana is real, indriyas are real, mind is real, and shunya, the zero is real? There are 4 categories told. First, Stri. Stri, if you write this word in English also, how will you spell it? S, T, R, and I, isn't it? S stands for Sattva Guna, T stands for Tamo Guna, R stands for Rajo Guna, and the I is making it a feminine noun. It is called Ikaranta. So Stri means those who are matter oriented. Stri doesn't mean a woman. It is a technical word. And when we don't know these technicalities of the language, then we get into unwanted arguments. So all those who are materialists, only bhogavadi, enjoyment, only collect more and more and more. They are fools of the highest order. Like I move around here and there, everywhere I go, the first question, Swamiji, where is your ashram? So I tell them, why you want to know my ashram? I don't invite anybody there. Then where do you stay? Then I tell them, I stay in your heart. They start dickling. So one Mahatma Ji very seriously started talking to me on this issue. Swamiji, all said and done, you must have at least one room somewhere to stay. I said, Maharaj Ji, this ashram is whose? Swamiji, of course this is your ashram. Then why should I have another one? Keep on collecting. But then he was committed. No, you must have. I said, look here, I am not discussing or arguing. I am concluding. The conclusion is this. Where is your Krishna's Dwarka? Tell me. Where is your Rama's Ayodhya? That your ashrams and buildings and houses, they are going to remain eternally in this world. See, friends, don't support possessiveness and relations as your wealth. Belong. Then only the life is light. Therefore, Stree, those who are materialists, they keep on arguing. It is because of Gita our country is not progressing. One young man told me. I said, I wish everybody has read Bhagavad Gita. Because Gita says, Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachanam, work, don't have any desire. I said, that is not the meaning, my friend. When we don't understand the meaning, we get into arguments. Therefore, Bhranta, deluded, argumentative fools, those who are too much matter oriented. Then Bala, the children. The children go on arguing all stupid issues. And there is no meaning to that. See? They will be seeing other people, no, but others are doing, why should not we do? Others are eating non-vegetarian, why should not we eat non-vegetarian? See? These kinds of argument. Go and join the, Lions Club and go on eating. There is no meaning to this argument. Bala, then Andha. Andha are blind. You know the story of the 5 blind people? They went in a zoo to see an elephant. And when they have seen the elephant, they were asked, how is the elephant? One person said, oh, the elephant is like a big pillar. The other one said, the elephant is like a big wall. The third one said, the elephant is like a rope. The fourth one say, elephant is like a big, I don't know what you call in English, that soup which is used for cleaning the rice, etc. See? So everybody has a different perception because they were having a partial view and understanding of the elephant. In the same manner, those who are blind, they are not ready to go beyond the limitations of their perception. One young boy asked me, unless I see God, I don't believe. I said, look here, you don't believe in God. Who cares? Don't believe. Do you think God needs your belief? It is your need that you believe in God. But why should I believe? I said, don't believe. Then I called him. I said, come nearer. His mother was there. I told him in his ear, I also don't believe. And he was so confused. You also don't believe? I said, no. Then I said, now next. What next? See, friends, these kinds of foolish arguments have no meaning. And there is no requirement of unwanted arguments. Friends, spiritual practice includes the following. Number 1, tradition in which we are born. The tradition is extremely important for us to remain in connection with our total past. Very important. Our Vedas, they are called as Shruti Grantha. Shruti means which is passed on from the higher generation to the next generation. Everything we don't have to know. Then only the faith becomes stronger. See? Then the second stage comes, is the external sadhana, Bahiranga sadhana. First is traditional, parampara. Second is Bahiranga. What is traditionally performed in a particular society where we are born, we must not be a black sheep in a white flock. Don't revolt. Spiritual life is not revolution, it is evolution. See? Then the third thing comes, the external discipline. Are we becoming a source of nuisance to others? And are we taking others as a source of nuisance to us? Then the next thing comes, is the antaranga sadhana. Are we at peace with ourselves or not? We have to be at peace with oneself. And then a person who is at peace with himself or herself, then he can take up the studies of the scriptures, the Upanishads. And then such a person is able to Shravan, Manan and Nididhyasana. Listening, reflection and commitment to the truth. In this manner, when we slowly evolve, then we will never be argumentative anywhere in life. So, Stri, Bala, Andha, Jada. Jada is the one who just doesn't understand anything. He is extremely dull-witted. So, such people, they are unnecessarily getting argumentative, and because of this aham iti, and they start imagining, I am the body, aham dehosmi, then pranam, indriyani, and on that they keep on arguing all the time. And why this thing is happening? Why this happens? So the teacher says, Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha. It is because of the influence of the Maya Shakti. I told you in the morning class, what is Maya? Maya is perceptions through the limitations of our sense organs, mind and intellect, and imagining that whatever I have perceived through the sense organs, mind and intellect, that alone is the truth. And beyond that, there is nothing. This is called a Maya Shakti. Like many people, once it happened, in some Lions Club meeting in India, they invited me for some function. And then when these people talk, they have to show their oratory. So took the mic, and I had never seen that lion because I live as a human being. So that lion stood. Only name is lion, but otherwise the Madhya Pradesh was coming out and like he stood there. And then he started talking. Swamiji taught me Gita. I have never seen that creature in this world. There is a limit to tell lies. And then in that he said, Gita tells, Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo. And all the lions, they started clapping. Why? Because what he said he doesn't know, what they also don't know. But there is something, Sanskrit. And then he looks at me. And I was feeling pity on me, where I have come. And after everything was over, we were sitting for a cup of tea. Then I said, Mahatma ji, I never taught you Gita. Why did you tell that? Swamiji, you don't understand, we have to say like this. So I kept quiet because I don't understand. Then second thing I said, but this verse you say, Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo, this does not happen to be in Bhagavad Gita. Is it? I also don't know. That means my ignorance is the level of wisdom. See, friends. And they keep on arguing on all unwanted issues. Because he said, I thought every shloka comes in Gita. Now can you talk to him? Maya kalpita. Because this is the influence of somewhere we have heard something and we imagine whatever I have known through, that alone is the ultimate. Many people think the articles which come in the cheap or any magazines and newspaper, that is the authority of medicine and wisdom. Anybody writes in any magazine article, if you boil the, let's say, carrot and take bath with that water, you will become beautiful. They will start doing it. See, so anything which is printed is not the truth. This is called as Maya Moha. We are under the influence of these limitations of knowledge. Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha Samharine. Therefore, if this Vyamoha, terrible delusion, is because of the influence of these various faculties through which we are functioning, what has to be done? Rise above all the limitations of your Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas, mind and intellect. How this can be done? Be very attentive. Colors and forms are established only if there is vision. If there is no vision, colors and forms cannot be established. So, what is the reality behind the colors and forms? The vision. Now, what is the vision? Vision is nothing but expression of mind through the structure called as the eye. Therefore, vision is nothing but the mind. So, colors and forms are nothing but the vision. Vision is nothing but the mind. And what is the mind? Mind is the manifestation of the conscious existence. Therefore, what is this whole world? This ability to drop the objectivity and reach the absolute subject is the only way. There is no other way. This is called as the Laya Prakriya. There are many techniques given in our scriptures. One is this, what I told you. The second one is our body from the toe up to the loins is the earth, Prithvi Tattva. From the loins up to the umbilicus is the Jala Tattva, the waters. From the umbilicus up to the heart is the Agni Tattva, the fire. Then from the heart up to the throat is the Vayu Tattva, the air. From the throat up to the Bhrumadhya is the Akash Tattva, the space. You start dissolving. This is called as Bhavana. So when you are sitting, then dissolve the Prithvi, the earth, into the waters. Then dissolve the waters and the earth together into the fire. Then dissolve these three into the air. Dissolve these four into the space. And then dissolve the space in the mind. And dissolve the mind in the consciousness. By this practice again and again and again, our too much involvement in this world will be automatically reduced. And we start living more and more as consciousness and not a gross existence. Maya Shakti Vilasa Vyamoha Samharine. The one who destroys this influence of the limitations of sense organs, mind, intellect, etc. To that Lord Dakshinamurti are these salutations. See, friends. But those who are obsessed, no, body alone I am. So what will be their lifestyle? Only living for the body, nothing else. They cannot go beyond it. Therefore, unless we are able to analyze our own experiences and grow within, these problems of this world will always continue to be. Many seekers have got this funny notion. Social service is spirituality. No, it is not. Social service is those who have failed in their personal life, they want to destroy the society. Therefore, they take to social service. That is not social service. It is not spiritual life. In spiritual life, you are recognizing your divine self, and thereafter things start happening through you. You don't do anything. All the great masters in this world, because of them, take for example, which you all know, Tulsidas Ji Maharaj. Every day you chant Hanuman Chalisa. So Tulsidas Ji Maharaj has not written Ramcharitmanas for a missionary work of propagating Ramayana and Hinduism. He has not done. Shanta Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gatha. That was his spiritual practice. And as a result of which, this became available to the whole world, and it is a byproduct. He never claims it. Then I have done it for that purpose. Therefore, all the great masters, you see their contribution to the welfare of the world, and see the contribution of the social workers to the welfare of the world, is not even comparable. See, friends, therefore, first we grow spiritually, and then let the things happen as His will. Otherwise, we will get lost only in the non-essentials. Therefore, Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha Samharine. See, initially we are interested in things, then enjoyments, then money, then enjoyment. A stage comes, money and enjoyment become secondary. Then name, fame, how many people know me? I am coming in the newspaper. People watch me on the TV. One person in India, he phoned me, Swamiji, I want to come and meet you. I said, where are you? I am in Bangalore. I said, I am coming to Bangalore next month. That time you meet. I gave the contact number. And he came to receive me inside the airport, taking special pass and all that, with big garland and everything. He and his wife came and so I was taking my bag from the bed. Swamiji, I will take, don't worry. I said, you don't worry. Let me do my job. Then I took the things. And then, Swamiji, I want 3 days from you. So for what? I want to market you throughout the world. I said, okay, when we go home, I will give you right away 3 days, I will cancel everything else. We sat in the drawing room of my friend. I said, start. And he started. There is not a single day when I don't appear in the newspaper. I have done this much under the Rotary Club. I have done this much under the Lions Club. I had opened these many orphanages. I had done this continuous. When he was telling me, I said, I had only listened to you, or I can also talk. He said, no, you talk. Then I asked him, how is your son? How is your daughter-in-law? How are your grandchildren? When I asked him, started Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. Started crying. Swamiji, why did you ask me that? I said, no, I just want to know, how are your children? Both of them completely paralyzed. I said, now from here we are going to your house. I will take food in your house. Come. And I sat with him and compelled him to drive me to his house. When I went, then the reality came out. See? In the same kitchen, he said, Swamiji, we'll have to wait for 2 hours. Why? No, this particular time is meant for my daughter-in-law to use the kitchen. I cannot enter. After she finishes, then I get a chance to enter my kitchen. This is your prosperity. This is your fulfillment in your life. And you want to serve the society. And you want to market me. Am I, eggplants? Market me. See, friends, this cannot be the spiritual life. Therefore, first grow spiritually. Spiritual growth is primary, all other things are secondary. Like we keep the cows for milk, not for the cow dung. Cow dung will come anyway, free. Friends, once I was going somewhere, there was one old lady, and we were going in the same car, very nice lady, and for some reason we had to stop. And near there was a farm, cattle farm. This, Jersey or some other cattle, that farm was there. So just to spend time, I said, hey, let's take a round and come back. So I went. She also came. He said, saw you. Oh, wait. I said, okay. She went to the car. The water bottle she emptied. Nice full bottle, which we bought for 25 rupees. She emptied it. And she came. Swamiji, I want to collect gomutra. You know, gomutra means the urine of the cow. So I want to collect the gomutra. I said, my God, this lady will take that gomutra and whole journey will have that smell. Then how to tell the old people never listen, you know. So I told Mama, this is a very good idea. But you know, these are English cows. They are not Indian cows. Then Indian cows have gomutra, English cows have urine. So we keep the cow basically for milk. Other things automatically come free. In the same manner, you grow spiritually. Be very attentive. If I have to get something done, everything I will not take Arvind, everything I will not tell Dagwood, everything I will not tell anybody. I will find out who is fit for what kind of job, is it not? When we select a person, whether he is fit or not for a particular job, will he not select a person for his job? So what is our spiritual life? Remain as a fit instrument so that he can choose you. See, friend, we are unfit and we want to do his work. See, friends, therefore, the real spiritual life will be the only way we can serve the society. Without that, it is only a burden. And such people are very sincere, very nice, no doubt. But they are lost only in this relative world. Okay? One husband was driving me in a car. So he was driving a car actually. On the back seat, his wife was driving him. And both of them were driving me crazy. So the wife said, Swamiji, why some people do not like to go to satsang? They are good otherwise. So before I could reply, the husband uvacha, the husband said. The husband said, Swamiji, she is referring to me. Because I had dropped her for the satsang, to your satsang, and then I go to a coffee house, I enjoy my coffee, see some TV serials or read newspaper and come and pick her up and we go home. And she says, why don't you come? So I tell her, did I ask you, why do you go? So why you compel me? I don't tell you don't go. You live your way, I live my way. So she is asking this question. I said, anyway, don't worry about her. She is like that. No, but her question is valid. Why I don't want to go? I also don't know. I said, I will talk to you. But condition, no discussion, no argument, okay. I said, I will talk to you after reaching home. Because now you are driving. I don't want to take a risk. And we reached home, I told him. I said, we all are living in the fool's paradise. We have all our notions. Whether those notions are right or wrong, we have never checked them. And when we have lived a long life of 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and we go to satsang, and there we come to know all the notions with which we were living were utterly wrong, you get a shock of your life. Oh God, that means I was going the wrong way? Yes. Do you have the courage to accept it and change yourself? Therefore, such people are afraid of satsang. They are very good. They will be helping others. They will, they will organize a temple construction. They will do everything, but they will never come for satsang. Because it is subjective. They cannot take it. See, friends. And therefore, Maya Shakti Vilasa. This is the Maya Shakti Vilas. We imagine social worker is spiritual life. Helping others is spiritual life. No, don't help anybody. First help yourself. Then you can help others. You must have seen or heard in the aeroplane. First of all, put on that oxygen mask and then help others. That is not being selfish. First protect yourself. Once, one person was drowning in the floods. So I told somebody, hey, come on, jump and save. I can't. I said, okay, then I will do it. So he asked me, do you know how to swim? I said, no. Then we'll die together. If you want to save somebody, you must know how to swim. See, friends. Otherwise, the social service becomes spiritual life. This is the Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpa. Continuing the thought further. Rahu grasta diva karendu sadrusho Maya samachhadanat Sanmatra karanopasamharanato Yo bhut sushupta puman Pragat swap samiti prabodha samaye Ya pratyabhijnayate Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. There is a story in our Puranas how the eclipse happens. See? According to physics, we know it is the shadow of the earth falling on the moon, therefore it is called as the eclipse. Now in the Purana the stories come. When these Devas and Daityas, the gods and the non-gods, demigods, when they are constantly fighting, Devas used to go to the Lord Vishnu. Oh, Papa, see, they are doing like this thing. One day Bhagavan said, complaint, stop, no more complaint. Why don't you make friendship with them? All the time fighting, make friendship. Okay, they went. Drop all the Astra, went. And let us make friendship. So the Asura said, very good. They became friends. So when you are friend, then what should we do? We should do something collectively. And then what is to be done? So they started churning the Milky Ocean. And when the Milky Ocean churned, the first thing that came out was that terrible poison, Kanaput. See? And then it was given to Lord Shiva. Poor Shiva. He said, I don't want it. I will ask my wife. So he asked his wife. Wife said, if you will not take it, then who will take it? You have to take it. You want me to die? No, you will not die. You are God. You can hold it. Nobody can hold it. And when Lord Shiva took that poison, immediately Parvati throttled him. And therefore the whole poison was held in his neck. Therefore his knee doesn't. These are very enchanting stories. And in this manner, when the ambrosia, the nectar, the amruta came, then these Rakshasa or Daityas, demigods, they snatched it and started running. And then again the Deva said, see, these people will drink this nectar, it will be chaos. Don't give them power, because they will become immortal. So Bhagavan said, don't worry, I will do something. And Bhagavan took the form of a most beautiful, enchanting lady, Mohini. And she was coming from that side and this side. This fellow was running with the container of that nectar. And when she looked at him, gave a good smile and he stopped. And thereafter, she said, you decide how to distribute this. So Mohini said, you don't know me. I may cheat you. No, darling, we believe you. You are the most truthful one. See how man gets enchanted. And then, okay, all the gods were sitting in one side, and other side, all the Daityas were sitting. And Mohini took that kalash and started moving in between, looking at the Daityas with a good smile and giving the nectar to the gods. This trick of Mohini Bhagwan was recognized by this Rahu, one of the Daitya. So what he did, he slowly got up from this line and sat in between the sun and the moon god. And the Mohini was giving, and this nectar was given to this Rahu, and that very moment, both of them, sun and the moon, told the god, he is not God, he is a demigod. And the Amrit has gone in his tongue, immediately Bhagwan cut his head. He is Rahu. So, Ketu has only the body, Rahu has only head. Therefore, when the nectar has gone, it has come out. It has not gone in his body. This has made the Rahu very angry against the sun and the moon. And therefore, whenever he gets opportunity, he goes and eats the sun. When he eats the sun, during that period, there is eclipse. And then the sun comes out from the other end. Eclipse is over. This is the story. Rahu grasta diva karendu sadrusho maya samachhadanat. Like the mouth of the Rahu, as if covers the sun and the moon for a little time. In the same manner, sanmatras karanopasamharanataha yobhut sushupta puman. And when this absolute self, the reality that we are as if covered by these panchakoshas. See, this covering is like what? Like the ocean is covered by the waves. The covering is like what? Like the water is covered by the ocean. We are playing with the water, but we say, I was surfing on the waves. We jump into the water, but we say, I was diving in the ocean. The very essence of the waves or the ocean, the water is forgotten. In the same manner, we are lost in these panchakoshas, the body, the sense organ, the mind, the intellect, etc. And the one who is supporting all of them is forgotten. See? And when all of them are withdrawn, as in the deep sleep, the world is dropped, then the sense organs are dropped, the mind is dropped, the intellect is dropped, the I is dropped. Then what happens? Nothing? No. Karana upasamharanataha. When all the faculties are withdrawn, in the absence of everything, what remains is the reality. In other words, that which supports the absence is the reality which is ever existing. So, sanmatraha, pure existence, karana upasamharanataha. So when all our faculties are withdrawn, we are pure existence. Therefore, come to cognize this principle. Like again I am repeating, when the colors and forms are dropped, eyes continue to be. When eyes are dropped, the mind continues to be. When the mind sleeps, we continue to be. We don't disappear. This eternal presence alone is supporting all the experiences of life. So, sanmatra karanopasamharanataha, Yaha abhu sushupta puman. Sushupta, in the deep sleep, we come back to our own essential self. See? And thereafter what happens? Praga swapsamiti prabodha samaye ya pratyabhijnayate. And when one is awake, then he comes to know, yes, there was sleep, and even in the deep sleep, when there was nothing, I was still there. Pratyabhijna means recognition. We recognize our essential self in this manner. The one who is supporting the waking experiences but not getting influenced by the waking experiences, the one who is supporting the dream, deep sleep and samadhi experiences but not getting influenced by them, this substratum of every experience is the reality. Pratyabhijnayate, he who comes to recognize this divine self by the grace of the teacher Dakshinamurti, to him are these salutations. See, friends, if we are to tell somebody is healthy, how he is healthy? His average temperature is okay. How did you take his average temperature? We put his head in the hot air oven and legs in the deep freeze, and the average temperature was. It can't be. Similarly, when we talk about our life, if only we take the waking experiences and that we call as life, it is 1/4 data. On the 1/4 data, if you draw any conclusions, they cannot be right. Our life is not limited only in the waking experience. Life continues to be waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. Unless we take all of them together, then only we can draw some valid conclusions on life. See, friends, if that is not done, we are going the wrong way. Therefore, pragasvapsamiti prabodha samaye, when one awakens from the deep sleep, that time also one is completely aware. That is one of the reasons why when we get out of the sleep, we want to hang on the bed for some time. You know why? Because the bliss that we were going through, it is something like, you have taken Shrikhanda or Amras, not with a spoon, but with a hand. And then it's all over. Then some people they go on sucking the thumbs in the same manner. Sleep is over, that blissful experience is over, so it is little bit remaining. Wait a minute, 5 minutes, okay? Now what do we do there? It is only the lingering bliss that we have experienced. See, friends, this reality is our essential nature. In this manner, when we come to discover that waking has come and gone, dream has come and gone, but we continue to be same. We are neither come nor gone. This is the real celebration. There is no fear of death. There is no arrogance of achievement. There is no sympathy of miseries. Life is a celebration. And all of us get in life what we deserve and what we need. See? We don't have to feel pity on anybody. Don't have pity on anybody in this world. If you have to have, love. Serve. Not only I have great compassion for the poor people. See how hungry they are. And you keep on eating ice cream. Give them. This lip sympathy is not the spiritual life, friends. See? If somebody is happy, enjoy with them. Don't say, like one of my friend, elderly person, he is no more now by God's grace. See, he told me, Swamiji, my one friend passed away. I am going, you please come. So I had to go. So I went there. The dead body was lying. Then he said, Swamiji, say something on Gita. I said, he won't hear. And you live people don't want to know. So for what will I talk? I said, okay, make your face frustrated and sit for 2 minutes. Enough. We finished that. And then he was driving. He said, Swamiji, I think now my number is coming. I said, draw separately and die. Let me get out of the car. And then we went to the next place. It was the birthday celebration of a child. And when I went there, they put, that conical cap on my head and all, blah, 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 dancing, everything was going on. And this old man, swollen face. I said, Uncle, come. Swamiji, people die in this world and you are celebrating. I said, you also die. See, don't spoil anybody's life because of your miseries. See? Because somebody has done a mistake, how are you? Start telling, listen, now you suffer. No. And these miserable people tell their misery so live demonstration that the listener starts getting the pain in the knee. Don't tell your miseries to anybody in this world. Digest it yourself. And then alone real spiritual life is lived. Otherwise we get lost only in the non-essentials. This truth can be known, must be known, and it is very easy for any one of us to discover this truth. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.